Sally, we're talking about creating web series and how web series are just they're so open. It's almost limitless. It's like the beginning of film. You know what do we shoot? I don't know. A train coming out of a wall. So season two. This is almost what intrigues me. My web series, The Connection. I've written season two. We were ready to shoot before this pandemic hit, and as much as I want it to be like a traditional, like, TV show, it's like, the same thing but a new story. It just felt like it was going in a completely different direction, focusing on different characters, adding characters, but being almost a completely different structure. Um, and I'm sure the production values will go up. So, what's been your experience going from season one starting out to the end of season two? How have things developed for you, and did you also feel that freedom in being able to switch things up?
Yeah, for season two, I felt like I wanted to up the ante as far as production value goes. That was like the most important thing to me. In season one, we learned a lot, and we made mistakes, but it was part of the process. And the biggest change for me was I kind of made it more into a TV show format, I guess you would say, where season one was just like following Susan and where is she gonna go. And the episodes got a little bit longer, and we had really great locations. That's the one thing I'm most proud of. We got a burger place as like Susan and Chase's place of employment, and we were able to add more characters to like flesh out because we had more time to film. Because I think as far as production value goes, if you can get a nice location that people haven't seen before, that just adds so much right from the beginning before you even shoot anything.
Right. Yeah, locations are a big thing. And were you able to get that location because you already had a season one under your belt, or just maybe because you had more confidence and were willing to ask?
Yeah, it was a combination of the two. It was my friend's brother who happened to own a business, so that was easier. And because he saw that I already completed a season, he had that trust in me that I knew what I was doing. And same thing went for the auditions. When we were casting for the first season, I had one audition where nobody even showed up
Oh,
because they were just like, whatever, what is this? And then in the second season, we couldn't even see everybody that, applied for the roles. So I saw a definite difference where it's like, oh, people have heard of us and this is a thing, because we had already been, going through the festivals and winning awards, and, people wanted to be a part of that. And that was like such a great feeling.
sure. I talk to actors all the time, and something that continually pops up is, yeah, I'm really excited about this project, but it's been 6 months. I haven't heard anything. I don't know if it's going to get completed. Like, I can, I am like the filmmaker. I have the footage. I'm responsible for editing it. Like, I know it's going to get done, but just to not to be able to put my art into something and wonder if it's ever going to see the light of day is kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah. So I definitely know that feeling too. Well, now that I've also been on the acting side, but I never thought of it that way. It's like the people auditioning, like that's why they're coming because they want to see something finished.
Yeah, of course. We all want some work to show and something to show for our work. Um, but yeah, definitely having something completed, whether it's just a short thing that, you're going to reshoot to make it better, or just an episode one that you want to build upon. I think it makes you look responsible. It makes you look like you are, it's okay to go on this journey with this captain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you're going to get to your destination. Um, Now, did you switch up your format at all with season two? I know you got higher production values.
Well, I actually also had to recast my lead actress, so that was another change.
I thought
And
something
I
would look different.
Yeah. So, So our first season, Susan ended up moving, so we did have to recast. And I think that alone, having a different Susan, gave it like a different feel because there's a different vibe where Susan's not so much like she's trying to be a better person. And Tanya brought a different vibe to the second season too. And and that's the thing that I also had to learn myself as recasting, like not to get stuck on the first season Susan and the second season Susan differences and just kind of let it go and let the actor be themselves and let them bring what they have to the table.
Right. Yeah, to trust someone, you bring them on for a reason, and you don't expect them to just play it the way the other person would. You don't expect them to, get plastic surgery to make their face like the other person, so no one knows it's a big cover up.
Yeah. Yeah, we were actually gonna make jokes about it. It's like, Susan, you got taller so
Yeah.
quickly.
Like in Iron Man 2, I think Rhodey's like, I'm here, or it's me, deal with it, or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a learning experience, but like even the big budget shows do it, so it wasn't a big deal at the end of the day.
Sure, sure. And, it's interesting that you talk about growth because I feel like in many ways the show Breaking Bad has elevated serialized storytelling where before it was very much your characters are so static. Your characters don't change, they don't really grow. It's just a new situation you put them in. Like things around them might change, but the characters themselves they kind of stay the same.
Right, yeah.
But with Breaking Bad, we had that evolution in character of Walter White, and I'm finding my characters needing to grow and get better, and that's a theme of the connection is through other people um, being a better person or a better part of the community. Did you feel? Tell me about the growth in Get a Nerd Girl season 2.
It's funny that you mentioned Breaking Bad is because I've had conversation with people at Webfest where they kind of say that Susan is the opposite of Walter White, where she's like this rough around the edges, like doesn't want to be around people and is slowly, trying to be a functional person in society. So that's kind of like the arc we're taking, but it kind of gets bad before it gets better again. So
Well,
it's like a little roller coaster.
yeah, it has to be. You need that. You need that conflict. You need what you really want to do. As far as what I'm discovering with the protagonist is like not give them the easy way because that's not fun to watch. You
Right.
want to see how that character has reacted, and if it's in the case of them changing, maybe you put them in a similar situation, and they make a different decision, and the audience is like, yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And talking about upping the ante, that's actually something I wanted to add in the third season. If you've watched the first and second season, I have at least like one dance routine in each season. So I wanted to add more of a musical aspect and have our characters sing in the third season.
Oh, oh, that's excellent. And are they like trained singers? Sort of.
Some of them are. we we actually did we did like a karaoke session to like practice,
Okay.
so to speak. And some of my actors surprised me with their talents, and we have workarounds if they're, not the best, cuz even like if you watch like Saturday Night Live, like they're not singers, but they can carry a tune, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So we can make it funny if it doesn't work out. Like a Broadway show.
And that's interesting that you say that because I know I've gone on casting calls and the actors give me this paper and like I do this, I play guitar, I play piano, I sing, I dance, I play football, and I'm like, well, I don't need this for what I'm doing, but to to almost keep an open mind to say, oh wow, well I know somebody who can do this, or if it's a case of web series, you really feel like you want to go in a musical direction. Okay, well this person knows how to do this, so it's really important to talk to the actors and find out what they enjoy and find out what their strengths are because it could just make everything better in a way that you would never have thought of or expected.
Yeah, totally. And I also think like me as a filmmaker trying to do the musical stuff, I'll learn a lot of things too. And I'll bring on, more people that have like, expertise on that, of course, but it'll be a nice like collaboration effort.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever shot a music video?
Not shoot one. I've edited them before.
Okay, all right. So you're a little bit familiar with that, and I definitely think editing is going to help you in setting up your shot lists and directing.
Yeah, like our dance routines in our web series, those kind of have a music video feel. So,
All right, you're getting there.
yeah, baby steps.